So, good morning, student friends. We shall see today discharge measuring devices, that is notches and wears. In fluid mechanics 1, you must have used notches in the laboratory to measure the discharge. It could be rectangular, triangular, or trapezoidal shape. Triangular notches are also known as V notches. Okay, just we will continue. A notch may be defined as an opening provided in one side of a tank or a reservoir in such a way that upstream liquid level below the top edge of the opening. A notch may have only the bottom edge and sides. The bottom edge of notch over which the liquid is flow is known as sill or crest. Here you can see sill or crest. The sheet of liquid flowing over a notch is known as nappe, N-A-P-P-E, or vein, V-E-I-N. Here you can see nappe, N-A-P-P-E, nappe. A notch is usually made of a metallic plate. Types of notches. Rectangular notch, you can see rectangular notch, rectangular notch, triangular notch or V notch, trapezoidal notch, trapezoidal notch, stepped notch. Weir. It is also a discharge measuring device. A weir may be defined as a structure constructed across a river or canal to store water on the upstream side, and excess water flows over the crest of weir. Here also this is the crest. You can see this is the crest of weir. This is a head over the sill or crest. Right? This is sharp crested weir. This is the discharge. This is the liquid level or water level. Okay? The top of a weir over which water flows is known as crest or sill. SILL. A weir is made of cement, concrete, or masonry, whereas notches are made out of plates. A weir is used to measure large discharge of rivers or big canals, whereas notches are used in the laboratory for study purpose in small channels. Weir assumptions. Here we have to make some assumptions. Unlike notches, we will assume that the velocity of the fluid approaching the weir is small so that the kinetic energy can be neglected. We will also assume that the velocity through any elementary strip depends only on the depth below the free surface. Velocity through any elementary strip depends only on the depth below the free surface. This is an assumption. It may not be true in a practical case. These are acceptable assumptions for tanks and notches or reservoirs with weirs, but for flows where the velocity approaching the weir is substantial, like a fast moving river, the kinetic energy must be taken into account. Clear? Types of weirs. There are so many types of weirs. According to the shape of weir, rectangular weir, triangular weir, rectangular weir, triangular weir, trapezoidal weir. According to the shape of crest, narrow crested weir. This is sharp crested weir, narrow crest we will see in the next slide. Broad crested weir, here it is broad crested weir. Oogie weir, we will see other types on the next slide. Here you can see sharp crested weir, broad crested weir. This is sharp crested weir, this is broad crested weir, this is weir not sharp crested, this is sharp crested weir. See, sharp crest here, sharp crest. Whereas here it is not sharp, it is having a wider. Difference between notch and weir. Already we have stated notch is an opening provided on one side of the tank or reservoir with free surface of liquid present below the top edge of the opening. Whereas in case of weir, it is a structure which obstructs the flow in an open channel. Notch is normally made of a metallic plate, weir is made of concrete or masonry. Third point of difference, notches are of smaller size than weir, whereas weirs are comparatively of larger size. Notches is used to measure discharge in small channels like in laboratory work, whereas weirs are used in field. It is used to measure discharge in large bodies like river. It is shown here. This is weir, this is notch. This is notch, this is weir. Now, how to measure the discharge over a rectangular notch or a weir? Let us consider a rectangular notch or a weir. Let us consider a rectangular notch or a weir, wherein let us consider a small elementary water strip, as you can see here, elementary water strip of depth dh. Depth dh, where small h represents the height from the water surface up to the elementary strip. Let capital H be the total height from the bottom of the notch or weir to the water surface. Okay. Now, the discharge through the strip of dh is given by dq is equal to capital L dh multiplied by root 2 gh, where L is the total length of notch or weir, where velocity of the strip is given by under the root 2 gh, whereas area is L into dh. In order to obtain the discharge over whole area of the notch or weir, we must integrate above equation from h is equal to 0, that is from the water surface, till the bottom of the notch, that is capital H. So we will integrate q is equal to under the root 2g L, under the root 2g multiplied by L, integral 0 to h under the root h dh. Therefore, q is equal to 2 by 3 under the root 2g L h to the power of 3 by 2. Therefore, q actual is equal to CD into theoretical discharge. This is the theoretical discharge. Theoretical discharge. We know that q actual is equal to CD multiplied by theoretical discharge, q theoretical. Therefore, CD 2 by 3 under the root 2g L h to the power of 3 by 2 is the total discharge in case of rectangular weir or notch. Okay. Note. The expression of discharge Q for rectangular weir or sharp crested weir are same. Next. Discharge over a triangular notch or V notch. We have following data from figure. This figure represents here also H is the total head from this point to the free water surface. Let H be the height from the water surface up to a small elementary water surface of thickness dH. Let theta be the angle of V notch. Head over the head of water above the V notch is capital H. Let us consider one elementary horizontal strip of water of thickness dH and at a depth h from the free water surface of water as displayed here in the figure. Now dq is equal to, that is discharge through the elementary area, is equal to CD, coefficient of discharge, multiplied by area of the strip multiplied by theoretical velocity. What is area of strip? Unlike rectangular notch or weir, in this case it is varying, area is varying, you can see from in the figure. So tan theta is equal to AC upon OC. We will take half of this with ACO. Tan theta by 2 is equal to AC by OC is equal to AC by H minus H. OC is nothing but H minus H. Here total H, total capital H minus small h is equal to OC. Therefore, AC is equal to H minus H tan theta by 2. If you cross multiply, AC is equal to H minus H into tan theta by 2. Width of strip AB is equal to 2 times AC, which is equal to 2 into H minus H tan theta by 2. Therefore, area of the strip is equal to 2 H minus H tan theta by 2 multiplied by dH. Theoretical velocity of water through strip is equal to root 2 GH. Then in order to obtain the discharge over whole area, we must integrate above equation from H is equal to 0 to small h is equal to capital H, as in case of rectangular notch what we did, same is also being done here. Therefore, capital Q is equal to 0 to h dh whole multiplied by 2 times h minus h tan theta by 2 multiplied by under the root 2gh. If you simplify this, Q is equal to 2 times root 2g tan theta by 2 integral 0 to h capital H small h whole to the power of half minus h to the power of 3 by 2 small h to the power of 3 by 2 multiplied by dh. Q is equal to 2 into root 2g tan theta by 2, 4 by 15. If you simplify this after substituting the value of small h varying from 0 to capital H, we will get 4 by 15 h to the power of 5 by 2. Therefore, Q is equal to, this 4 is taken outside, then 8 by 15 root 2g tan theta by 2 h to the power of 5 by 2. So it is clearly given here. Now Q actual is equal to 8 by 15 CD root 2g tan theta by 2 h to the power of 5 by 2.